Hello, and glad to have you here. Sorry to be running late, but today I wanted to talk about our mindsets because, and I've been having some issues with my mindset, and I thought if I'm having some issues, maybe others are too. And so I just wanted to share with you what I'm doing and in the hopes that maybe that will help you as well. So as you're hopping on, let me know where you're coming in from. Let me know, what you think about this topic. Are you having mindset issues? Does that happen to you every now and then? It's one of those things that I do have issues with every now and then. I do have challenges with it, and I have to, be aware. And you know, sometimes things just happen, and you don't know why you're feeling down, or you don't know why your mindset is off, and why things are, because I usually don't think negatively. I mean, I've been working on that for years. And so let me go on and just get moving. So first of all, let me introduce myself. And for those of you that I haven't had the pleasure of meeting, my name is Cherie Woodard, and I help social sellers to be able to get their ideal team members and customers and do that by using social media without having to chase people, or bug family and friends and all those things that uh, a lot of us don't like doing. So that's what I do. And I usually go live on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 12 noon. And it's not quite 12 noon now, it's a little after. But I'm going to go on and keep going, because sometimes you just can't let stuff stop you, and you got to keep going, especially when you have people that might be wanting to hear what it is that you have to say. So I was thinking about this because I noticed lately I've been having what some people will call stinking thinking. And it's like, we have so many thoughts that go through our head. And, I think it's 70,000 thoughts or something like that. And we have to control what we allow to, affect us and cause us issues or challenges or whatever. And so I have a list of, 5 things here that I'm using, and and I hope that they will help you as well. And I'm sure you may already know them. Maybe, just me mentioning them again might be something that you're dealing with too. And maybe it'll just be helpful for you. So, uh, I mean, and then let me just kind of a little backstory on me. I used to be very negative when I was a lot younger, and I would always think, well, if I think negative, then it'll turn into a positive or something. I don't know where I got that from, but that's what I used to think. And then I just got to where, I didn't like that way of thinking. And so I started asking people, that I respected and trusted, what they thought about me. And and so I got the answers that I needed, and found that I needed to make some changes. Wasn't that I wasn't a good person, wasn't that I wasn't a nice person, but that I could be negative. And being negative can bring me down as well as others around me. And so I was very thankful for the information that I got, and that really did help me start to turn things around. So that's where and I did that back. I think I was in my 20s, when I realized that I really wanted to change and be a better person, a better positive person, someone who lifted people up and not, said things to bring people down. So, what I have here today are some things that I just want to share with you, and hopefully, these will be things that you're already doing. And if not, there'll be things that you can add to your repertoire of, what's going to help you to keep you from being negative, or when you notice that you're going negative, that you can stop it with some of these things. So, and these are in no particular order, but I numbered them so that I could keep track of what I was saying. So, one of the things that was really helpful to me was practicing gratitude, and just being grateful for what I have, and not looking, because I used to look on the other side. Growing up poor, you tend to, or I tend to look on the other side. And when I was growing back then, and I wanted to have what other people had, and we just didn't have that. We were poor, and that's okay. And I just decided that I wanted to be better and helpful, and be able to help my family and my friends and that kind of thing. And so, and able to do that, I needed to change some things. And what was I gonna do? Was it going to college? In college, what was I gonna do? What did I want to be that would help me, that would help my family, and help those people that, for whatever profession I decided to go into. And so, gratitude, being grateful for just having a roof over my head, for having a mom, for having sisters and brothers, for just being able to wake up every morning. And some of these things you don't realize when you're a kid, but as you're older, and like I was in my 20s when I started really wanting to change and be more positive, because I don't know. I don't want to say this, and this is not a blanket statement, but where I grew up, there was a lot of negativity. It was rare to find somebody who was really positive. So when I had the opportunity and started learning, and in college, with different people, then I found, positiveness, and I thought that was great. And I would hear people talk, and I'm like, oh wow, this is pretty good. So gratitude is one of the main things that really helped me. The other thing was to, and this was really hard for me, was to focus on the things that I could control. And it took me a while to get that, because I kept trying to, control things, but there's only one person I can control, and that's me. And, you know, and when you try to control other people, that doesn't really work out really well. So that's another thing that I learned. And saying, and then the next thing would be like saying positive affirmations to myself, speaking positives to myself, lifting myself up, being a self motivator, all of those things, uh, and dealing with, those affirmations. With the affirmations I would use, and still, and I have different ones that I use today, because I'm older now, and there are things that I, want to be more positive about for myself. So your affirmations may change, they may not, but for me, I just continue to move forward and grow with them. And then they change sometimes to different things, like, I have a business now online. Well, that changes from being in college, or, working, as a unit secretary like I used to do, or an EMT way back in the day, and that kind of thing. So things, as things changed, then I started to see my affirmations change to help me to stay positive. Celebrating small wins is something that I never did. I didn't give myself credit for, you know, even when I made a big win, I didn't really celebrate it. I don't know why, but I've learned that that's important to celebrate the small ones, the big ones, the medium-sized ones, whatever wins you have, celebrate them and celebrate you because you did it. You accomplished something that maybe you didn't feel like you were going to be able to accomplish, and that's something that's really important. And then the other thing that that was really, I guess, life changing for me was I did not like change. And for me, change was I was just, why can't they just leave it like it is? Why, especially even as a nurse in the hospital, everything was, constantly changing. There was, we went from this to that. And, I remember one specific thing was, and that's when it hit me that things are always going to change. But it was when we went from paper to computers and learning that and trying to, keep that in my mind, I decided to become a super user. So I wanted to help, other people to be able uh, to learn how to use the computer, and you had certain basics, so I wanted to be one of those people that someone could call on if they needed help with that, because that's also helping me to remember and keep that in my mind, in the forefront of my mind, as far as different things that we had to do and different just the ways of doing things. And for the computer, totally different from writing notes and writing this and writing that. This was something that was totally different. And finally, and I don't know why it took me so long, but finally it was like, change is a part of life, and that's just the way it's going to be. And so you might as well embrace it and keep moving forward. So that is one of the things that really helped me as well. And even now when things, happen and I, feel like I'm getting a little bit disgruntled or frustrated or whatever, then I come back to, change is always going to be. And it's better if I accept it and embrace it and, uh, jump into the change and see what I can do to help and help others to be able to deal with that change, by being a super user, whatever that, means to you. Basically, as someone who has, decided that they're going to be the one of the people that, people can ask questions of and go to for help. And, they always had people around, and I was one of those people. And I just felt like it helps me to be a better person if I can keep doing that, in anything that I learned. I wanted to also then be able to turn around and help someone else. And so for me, that was that really helped me out a lot. So those are the things I wanted to share with you today about setting your mindset back to positive, because it's so easy nowadays with all of the stuff that we've gone through, to get negative thoughts. I mean, they're going to come, but we have to be able to buffet them and, and knock them back out of the way and stay positive, and be able to, continue to move forward and not be down and, negative. And, it's just so much better to be in a positive frame of mind. It's helpful to others, you smile in spite of yourself, and then someone else smiles back, and those types of things. So that is what I wanted to share today. And today is my last day going live. Again, I apologize for being late. If anyone has any questions, comments, opinions, you can still drop them in the chat. I will still check and answer them. And I hope that this was helpful for you. I hope that this is something, because I think these are things that they're simple, and they're actionable. They're, things that you can do that will help you, and so I just wanted to share them with you because it's not like rocket science. It's not like, this is, using really big words and, making it hard to, figure out what it is I'm talking about. I just wanted it to be simple and helpful for you. So that's it for today, and I will be going live again. Be going live again on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 12 noon. So wherever you are in the world, no matter what time it is for you, I hope that you are having a good day, a good, whatever time it is for you, and that you think about these things and let them, maybe mull over them over the weekend coming up and see what you can do, especially if you lean more into the negative as opposed to the positive. Positive, I found, I have less stress. I feel better when I'm in a positive mode, and that's where I try to stay. But sometimes, sometimes our negative thoughts do get to us. So I'm gonna go on and get off here though, but because I'm still live and taking up a lot of time. So hopefully this was helpful. And like I said, if you want to get in touch with me, you can get in touch with me in Messenger. Whether you're catching this live or on the replay, whatever questions you have, I'm open to answer them. And so I'm gonna go in and get out of here and let you guys have a good one. Bye now.